we were coming close to the holidays. So I've been trying to learn some songs. Christmas is right around the corner, and I figured I'd just stop in real quick and see what's going on, if anything. It's been a strange season. Um, uh, Lots of stuff has happened, and there's more that's going to happen, I'm certain, in the near future. Yeah, and that's beyond the holidays coming up. For those of you who don't celebrate Christmas or Christmas Eve or any of that stuff, well, I'm sorry. But you got to admit, a good, you know, a good Christmas party. There's always the nog. You get a little eggnog, a little bunch of nogs. I'm just playing. Got my fingers. Got my fingers. Oh, people. Coming on over here. What do we got? We got Fishy World, and then ew, and then beautiful music. Thank you very much. If you don't already, stay. It keeps wanting to move. Oh, I hear the dog outside. It's Millie the dog. Suitcase, Anastasia. Or is it o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way? Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. It sounds like Elvis. Oh, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, hey, hey. I'll get it right eventually. So, happy holidays to everybody who's out there. I haven't been streaming as much as I had in the past. Well, because things, life moves around. And with the sun going down at like 3 o'clock, it's been very harrowing. I'm one of those seasonal effectiveness disorder people where I really don't like it when the sun goes down at like 2 p.m. And I could deal with it. Obviously, I've dealt with it before, but that doesn't mean I like it. No, sir. I do not like it when the sun goes down at noon. In the midst of all the holiday attributes. So I've been doing cooking videos too. Some of you might have caught them. It's Cooking with Kevin. And the last one I did pretty well. It was baked macaroni and cheese. And it did like 500 views, which is pretty good for my channel. Because, less subscribers, less, excuse me. You got a little burpee. Tequila? Anyone eat tequila? Do you eat tequila or do you drink tequila? I haven't had tequila in a long time. Because it creates memories and it erases them at the exact same time. So tequila is tough. Hey, a little bit of luck. Hello, little bits. I thought I'd do a little streaming. Little streaming today with my Coca-Cola. In between, I'm getting ready for my deviled eggs video. That's the next Cooking with Kevin. It's going to be about deviled eggs. And then baked macaroni and cheese did really well. So I'm going to do cheddar. I'm going to do baked egg noodles. We're going to see how well if that goes over like a lead balloon or not. Either way. Hey, well, here's hoping. I was surprised. I haven't had anything hit over the 100 mark in months. And I'm like, oh, well, they're changing the algorithm all the time. And so they're, it's not like anything you do just gets thrown out there. So I was really surprised when it did 500,000. I was like, well, hey, that's pretty good. Because that's better than a lot of the Renaissance Fair videos. And I put a lot of work into those. So it's kind of neat to see how it's all coming around. Dashing through the snow, one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, I don't know what a bobtail is, though. So I'm Bobtail's ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Ooh. Oh, that's nice of you. Oh, Toby. Thank you so much, Toby. Uncle Kev appreciates that. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a D7 one-horse open sleigh. So that was me trying to sing. Well, it's been, I did the cooking with Kevin's, and I haven't been streaming because, well, thanks. And so today I figured, well, all right, I got a little time. I'll hop in, see if Toby's around, see if Little Bits is around, and possibly Skank Hunt 42, sorry. Skank Hunt 42. But that was, what's the turtle painting say? It says save turtles, and the funny part is that that's not one of mine. That was it's a long story. And I'm fond of turtles, but but not enough where I was gonna paint a Save the Turtles painting. Is he still around? He's not here tonight. He's at work right now. He will be here in 40 minutes, and we'll see if there's enough people in here. Who knows? But I might take it out. I wasn't quite sure what I was coming into, but I was like, okay, you haven't live streamed in a while, and you did the cooking videos, and that's all swell and good. And then I did that the Putnam Holiday Light Parade. Oh my God. You want to talk about you want to talk about cold? It was like it had dropped below freezing, and all these people were out there to see the Putnam Putnam Glorious Light Parade, and I ended up running back and forth between my camera and the car numerous times in order to warm up. Otherwise, I was going to freeze to death. And over the course of this parade, which was essentially, it was 2 hours of advertisements. It was just like floats going by. Okay, local business. Okay, local business. Occasionally they'd break it up with like a marching band, and even the marching band was like real tiny. So but it was funny because, and half the stuff I couldn't post because they were playing copyrighted music on the floats. But still, it was interesting, and I was surprised that did as well as it did. I wasn't expecting it to get more than 20 views on it, because I figured, if you were there, if you cared that much and you braved the cold, it was great. If you wanted to brave the sub-zero weather of Putnam, Connecticut on a glorious Sunday. Was it a Sunday or Saturday? Well, it doesn't matter. But it was cold. And so I tried to edit it as concisely together, but it was essentially float and float and float. And that was, it was all right. I've been practicing this little, because you're supposed to bounce back and forth between the G and the, what is that, D7? D7. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, oh, the fields we go, laughing all the way. The bells on bobtails ring. Still don't know what they mean. Making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, that's the switch back and forth. Have I made any new music? Are you referring to like albums? Because no, I got really, I got the kick. When Spotify changed the royalty fees and I stopped getting paid, I kind of lost interest because I was just like so disgusted. I love snow. My dog does too. I was worried. Yeah, we got a little bit. See, and it's fine. Snow is fine when it comes down and it's pretty and all that stuff. But final hour as opposed to 0 hour. All right, come on, pitch me. Because like that whole musical, I was listening to this. I'm gonna put this down for a second. I'm gonna talk to you, Toby, because I was listening. I've been listening to my music on Amazon Music rather than Spotify because Amazon still kind of pays, and so, and I still listen to my own music. But sometimes I'll just let it go and let it select my music, and I didn't realize I had quite that large a body of work. So it was funny to hear like 0 hour and all the older stuff and how I've changed as I compose music and albums as I've gone. And so the next thing that I'm supposed to record, and I was actually meant to do it like a week, 2 weeks ago, was did he baby oil the Bieber? I think I probably played that one for you. But I haven't done anything in regards to the electronic music anymore. Um, and I may get back to that, but I got to find another, like, I'm going to either have to find a way of pressing CDs or some other way of making it, uh, I mean, because I already got a lot. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes from there. Now it's just, it's been rough surviving. Like, even with the YouTube channel, uh, I think on YouTube, I've almost earned 150 bucks since I became monetized, which was like back in March. So that ain't a lot of money, and and they only pay out in $100 increments. So things have been tight, especially now that Spotify curtailed the payments. I was so mad about it. I'm still pretty. I mean, I'm not carrying around, but I'm very disappointed in Spotify. They're not doing good things for me. So, although I've been thinking about it because now that I'm listening to my old stuff, I'm like, well, I should do something that really shows off my skills. But I think I'm gonna, oh, the dog. I'm gonna, I'm gonna put something together that's like really special, really special head. Oh, new hour. Do I have a speaker set up? I do. I just turn it down before I stream, and of course I can't play other people's music because mine's going underneath. It will. Alexa, can you play 0 hour by Kevin G Nicholson?
Do you want to hear Kevin G Nicholson?
Yes.
0 Hour by Kevin G Nicholson on Amazon
Let's
Music.
see if she does it right. There it is, Toby. Wait, no, it's just the tube. It's just this thing right here. But the front of the house, that's the giant screen, and then I got another screen there, and then the computer's over there. I got like all sorts of stuff that I could set up, but since I started streaming with the camera alone, because it does much better. This is where it all started. This is where it began. See, that's cool. It's funny because my mother and I came across a bunch of old records, like vinyl records, and it was, yes, Toby. All right. And what one thing is missing, Toby? Is it the hat? I'm suspecting it's the hat. he's like, come on, right in my veins. The hat. Who is the hat? Oh no! I should do that. I gotta screw that in place there. All right. Where would we be without the hat of condemnation? It will condemn, it will judge. No, it will move. What do you got here? I am not worthy. Behold, oh wait, where's my tentacle? Behold the hand, the hand of the hats of condemnation. I haven't put the hat on in a long time, but it's ready. It's always ready. It is ready to condemn. Hat of condemnation condemns. Well, that's the thing. When I first started doing it, only the tip. Only touch the tip. See, when I did this stuff, this was after me listening to a bunch of new age music, like it's an Alan Parsons project, and I like the instrumentals in that. And then I'm like, okay, I want to do my own kind of like electronics. You know what I mean? Like my own zone, my own scope. Natty days. That was back when I could afford beer. It's been tight. It's all right now. I am full of Christmas spirit, if not actual spirits. I'm very optimistic about the future. I'm very optimistic about where the world is going right now. Why? Because I'm a buffoon. Hope beyond hope. Oh, the old Sherlock. But even the Sherlock's empty. Let me tell you, the amount of resin I pulled from the bottom of that has gotten me through many a dry night. Yeah, keeps you a little that. You listen to a little 0 hour. And all is good with the world for a little bit. Maybe that's why I'm optimistic. Because there is still legal marijuana in the state of Connecticut. So I like that. empty a bed. See, and that's on my to-do list. Connecticut is a real place. It's a soft drink. Connecticut's a soft drink. It ain't really it ain't a real thing. If you've ever been to Connecticut, you know it's all carbonated. That's just the rivers. Just the rivers. It's been a real interesting time because a lot of stuff to go, a lot of stuff to build next year. Primarily, I've been concentrating more on doing the long form videos on here. So I'm doing at least 2 more cooking with Kevin's, and then I'm going to be doing Did He Baby Oil the Beaver, and that's going to be a music song. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing after that. I'm sure there's going to be a Christmas Eve, clips of Christmas Eve, because we got the tree and we got the second tree, and it's like Christmas threw up on my mother's house. You should take a look. I mean, you know, even if you're not planning on cooking anything, you get to, I'm goofy. I can do a pizza one. I'll do a pizza one. I have not done a pizza one yet. Because the thing is, pizza's really, it's very simple, so I'm going to have to stretch it. With the sauce. That's the other thing. They stopped selling the sauce. They stopped selling the sauce. It's a tragedy. I keep going back, I keep looking. I can get it in the $5 box. But they're not selling the individual cans anymore. So I'm going to end up, watch, for cooking with Kevin, I'll probably end up breaking down. I had a bunch of them, as you well know. I had a stack of them. But you know, over the course of time, it's delicious. So it's hard not to do it. Hey, gone, oh, you really did. I'm pretty sure it's the Walmart doesn't carry it anymore. And it just disappeared, like, abruptly. Like I said, they still get the box kits, which cost like $5, but the individual cans, for some reason, they're not stocking anymore, and I don't know why. Yeah, that's my next thought, is Amazoning them. Amazon pizza sauce. I'm sure that's next. I didn't even think about doing a pizza, cooking pizza though. No, the kit is the same sauce, but it comes with extra stuff. It comes with, like, you know, you gotta make your own dough and stuff like that, which I can do, which I've done before. But, like, generally I like to do it on French bread. You just lay it down on the French bread. That's alright, we can do a full, we'll do a full kit. I just want my sauce. I'm removing the can from the kit. So long as I have my sauce. My sauce is important to me. It must have been, it's not to check something over there. I know, it's unjust. It's, oh, the gods are mocking me. And the hat is mocking me. Who dares take my sauce? The man's holding me down. Hey, it's the hat holding me down. The hat of condemnation. You know, it's funny because they all kind of do that every now and then. I mean, some of them do it like McDonald's, like they bring back the McRib, and everyone goes crazy for it, and then they take it away for a while and go, you want it back? You want it back? Maybe that's what they're doing with the cans. But Snapple too. They used to, if you ever saw the Snapple video I got up, they used to sell Snapple in these glass bottles, and it was delicious out of those glass bottles, and then they changed them to aluminum cans, and then no one bought them anymore because it was terrible. And so now they brought it back in plastic, and it's all right, I guess. Also difficult to find. But yeah, we roll with the punches. Even when they take our sauce, they took my sauce. They took my sauce. It's the special kind now. Yeah, well, but watch. Hang on. Okay, I've been hoarding this. This Snapple rain. This is almost impossible to get out where I am, and I was able to nab a bunch of a few bottles. And this is a plastic bottle. Sweet. But it's a pretty good tasting drink, but it's not the same out of plastic or out of aluminum. It's Snapple Rain Elements. It's agave cactus. I don't know if you can read that. And surprisingly, really good. So I've been keeping this. It's really weird. I figure it probably isn't going to go bad as long as I keep it cold and unopened. But the same thing, I'm guessing is true for my Szechuan sauce. This is the Szechuan sauce from McDonald's, Rick and Morty's. Rick loves the Szechuan sauce. That's it. So I'm like weird with things like that. It's that delicious Szechuan sauce. And the thing is, it really tastes. It kind of tastes like, I want to say, generic Chinese food, which is kind of weird to say. This packet, the packet of sauce has got to be at least 3-4 years. I say 3 years old, 4 years old. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I have ketchup packets that are older than that. You know, oh, goodness. Got a beat you can dance to. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it was like 2 years. Time runs together with me. Especially while I'm wearing the hat. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. Nope. No, I do not. Are you kidding? Chicken nuggets, if you don't get that within the first like 5 minutes, they're garbage. They have no shelf life. Chicken nuggets. So in fact, I go right there. Oh, that'll do. The chili sauce. See, that's all these. It's tough to get that stuff all the time, especially when you find something you like and then all of a sudden it goes gone like that. Like have you guys ever heard of? I guess it's called Kona coffee. I guess from what I understand, if I'm guessing this right, it's grown in like volcanic soil, and that's what gives its particular flavor. And they used to really like it, and then it disappeared, and they said you can't get it anymore. And I broke down my audio setup. I don't know if you can. You're asking about I got the. I don't know if you can see that my soundboard. It's like 32 channels or something like that, and it was connected to do all the live streaming. And now that YouTube prefers it off the stick. Oh, it's all over the place. Kappa or something like that. It's a tree. Cat scat. I don't want any cat coffee. I'm allergic to cats. I've got I've got I have speakers everywhere, but I have nothing connected right now, partially because I had to bring my air conditioner in out of the window. It's been getting cold, and it was all in front of it, so I'm like, well, you know what, I'm not using it right now, so I'll put it away for a bit. And that's, I used to have the old-fashioned show me your speakers. It's funny because they're all over in like parts. And I got everything from like the little stereo speakers that you get with the sound systems, to the big the box speakers. But it's funny because seen some of the old stream. Yeah. That was quite the learning curve, because it wasn't just, like this, click and play. It was, you had to set up. I don't have an amp. Or do I? I'm trying to think if I still have that or not. I don't know, everything's in the midst of being relocated. That's kind of what happens. Take a look over here. So Deck the Halls is also copyright free. Just the same. Yeah. All right. But now, because of Bluetooth, all my wired stuff has pretty much been sitting on the side. Like I got, I'll show you this. Grab the. anything that requires using that. Yeah, if you can see. Oh. Oh. Everyone's getting dizzy. So yeah, I've been using this. And it's all right. Because you can plug the 1/4-inch jacks in the back there, so you can just use it just like a PA, or if you want, you can attach your other stuff. So that's how. So that's been playing. It's funny because they're everywhere. I ended up started being interested in Bluetooth a couple years ago. I want to say 5 years ago, because I have my art show that I set up in the spring on the lawn, and so I don't want to have wired stuff coming from the house. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's coming. It's all cycles. Everything happens in cycles. Everything happens in cycles. That's the other thing. I have a main room which was intended to be a studio, but everything ended up being in here, so this ended up being the pseudo studio. New bass. Three-inch subs. Yeah, that's what they're selling at Subway now, the 3-inch subs. Oh, a little joke. Just a joke. Here's some 6 dot. So I don't know. Ultimately, if it works, if it does the job I need it to do at the time, like I'm not an audiophile at home per se, because everything moves, you know. So like I'm not in a stable setup where I'm like, okay, this is where it's all gonna go down. But, you know, things change as time moves. I'm sure, who knows what the next, Bluetooth speakers. We're going to move from Bluetooth speakers to just going to teleport the instruments right into the room. Hey! Blue! Hello, Blue! Whoop, whoop. Boy, I pop in and everyone comes in for a little bit. That's nice. See, I figured I had to leave you guys wanting more. and I still, we were just talking about speakers, so I brought that. But we got, you know what? We're gonna replace the turtles with the ducks. What's back there? Oh, goodness. All right, it is currently 9:49 p.m. here in Danielson, Connecticut. It is December 13th, 2024. And my heater's on. Because it's cold out there. It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's not a cloud in the sky. It means it's chilly. It's brisk. It's brisk, baby. And I'm overjoyed. I'm grateful. I got a place with heat. I'm grateful. Still got a little food to eat. They're good things. It's me trying to be optimistic. There's going to be a proposal in my family, so I hear. Hey, as you know, it requires attention to your own consciousness in order to stay optimistic. Because there's always something to kick you down. But if you can remember what you're grateful for, you can start from there and try to sail it to the future. That almost seemed like a Hitler salute. That wasn't what I was going for. I was just trying to... yeah. Yeah, not for me. For my cousin. I get words gotten around, he's going to propose. And we'll see. We'll see. Tube stuff. I don't think I understand the question. I love love. I used to believe in love once. I believe in family love, I guess. But I romantic love I've kind of given up on. Brittany Bromarsh broke my heart. And for those of you who remember, well, I guess not. Because I tried it a couple times, and you think it's always great at the beginning, but the endings are wretched if it ends. But for me, they've been wretched. I have no tats, no ink. I am untatted and unpierced. And you're probably right. And I didn't make things any better because that was such a, I was so excited about that day, and then the day came, and it was rainy and miserable, and people didn't show up, and oh God, what a mess. And then the horse dropping a deuce right in front of us. I'm like, yep, the universe, the universe knew. But no, you're probably right. It was probably self-fulfilling. Because I was hoping that she would be cooler than she was. That's not the one that broke me though. That was the one that made me think that maybe. Nah. I think I'm pretty good with that part. I don't self-loathe, certainly. And I do make myself laugh. I think that's the thing. Like, if there's a reason that the cooking videos are doing halfway decent, is because I'm naturally pretty goofy, and I do make myself laugh. And that's not just when I'm looking in the mirror. I mean, I make myself laugh with the voices in my head. and that's enough. But in regards to, uh, uh, I don't think I certainly don't romantically love myself. I mean, I think that others might find me attractive, but I can't find myself attractive. But perhaps that's because I don't swing that way. So I'm not quite sure how that works. Either way, it's all right. It's not a necessity. It's a want. If for some reason the what's the word? If the planets align and it works, it works. Otherwise, I got other stuff to do. The YouTube channel being one of it, being a big part of it, because I got monetized at the top of this last year, and I'm going to see if I can try to build it up and get it to a point where I'm actually making a pseudo decent wage off it, just through AdSense. And that's my production goal, I guess, for the next year. My goal for 2025: break 2,000 subs and see if I can actually get a little going. But we'll see. It's all a matter of time, effort, and energy. And I think you guys realize. I mean, I've been doing this a while, so. Even our relationship's almost a year old. Isn't that something? I'm surprised. Yeah, like, you and Toby and little bits and Skank. I mean, every now and then you guys will drop a little love, and that's always a big surprise, considering, and that was just meeting streaming. But we'll see what the future has to offer. I'm gonna keep working at it for whatever it's worth. Take a look over here. We're going for a little bit. Parasocial, but it's there. Wait, connection, parasocial. I think you need to explain that to me more. Alexa, define the word parasocial.
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the term parasocial relationship refers to a relationship that a person imagines having with another person whom they do not actually know.
So, making believe, is that like my girlfriend lives in Canada? One of those scenarios? I mean, the moment that you interact with someone and you don't despise them, I mean, there's a connection. I mean, that's the great thing about, if there's anything that's halfway decent about social media, is that you do occasionally connect with people who have like similar mindsets. And so this has been kind of nice that people are like, oh, keep doing it. Well, yeah, I mean, see, it's weird because I get more communication through YouTube than I do through Facebook. Like, no one ever, I don't use Messenger on Facebook. I kind of dropped off it. And I like to have actual conversations. But it's like there's a girl who keeps coming over. And if you guys have been around long enough, you probably remember Lindsay. And every time she comes over, she doesn't come over to visit or to talk or to say hi or to do it. She just comes over and wants stuff. She's like, oh, can I have a drink? Can I have a cigarette? Can I have this? Can I have that? And it just keeps going and going until she tries to get as much as she possibly can. But she doesn't actually talk. It's not like, well, how are you doing? How are things? How's the channel? Someone with those sort of problems. Well, I'm definitely mental. But I'm more like fundamental. I'm leaning over. I'm so trained not to show myself drinking. Although it is 10 p.m. And you know what that means. It means it's redactylicious. Actually, Sparky might be here in the next few minutes. It'll be, we may have a special guest. Wouldn't that make things interesting? I figure I could stick it out for another 15, 20 minutes. Why not? Why not? I mean, you guys are on board. If you're on board, why I could be on board for a little longer. I got a lot done. I got my mother's Christmas gift wrapped. And then I gotta figure out if I'm gonna get anything from my brother who's coming back. My brother's a pianist, and he plays for a lot of the casinos out in Vegas, and so he lives out there. He doesn't generally come back, but he'll be back, so you guys will see video of that too. But he learned how to play piano in kindergarten, and he's been playing since kindergarten. And so, because he got so good so early, I've always had a case of pianist envy. Wah, 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 wah. No, nothing. No, he's twice the musician I am, but he has less albums. For whatever that's worth. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, oh, I figured it out. Go live. You should go live more often, Kevin. Go live more often. Sorry, it took me a second to read that. Get what you're looking for. Like, eccentric and unique. Well, that's what I'm going for, so thank you for the compliment. I am definitely eccentric, and I don't know of anyone else who has this hat. It's nice to be able to chillax and have a good time. Every time I turn this on, I'm not quite sure what I'm going with. Like, I rarely ever have a topic in mind. I think the last time I had a topic was the Tawh girl. Is she even still around? I think she's just Tawhed out of there. No one's good completely. But you got to make an effort. Put some effort in. It'll all change soon enough. But you're probably right. I'll have to keep that in mind next time, because it was really spontaneous. Because I know I hadn't streamed in, I want to say, like 3 weeks. Crypto scandal. Oh God. Does everything have to be a scandal? Although I suppose I could have talked about the CEO of the healthcare company. He got popped, and people are like, "You go murderer!" Everyone's applauding the murderer because he was a CEO, so obviously he was a prick. But and he's not giving anyone healthcare coverage. There's so much litigation. It's just so much litigation. There's a CoffeeZilla video on it. Huh. Go figure. Printing their own Tawh money. Maybe I'm better off being broke. They can't take anything if you don't have anything. Last I heard of Tawh is she got hired by Penthouse, which I was surprised still exists at all. Because it seems to me they've been wiping those off the map. The old feminist army's been charging in and taking all the men's magazines to task. What was it, Larry Flint? I wonder if his empire still stands or if they cobbled that to... Always a fascinating question. But, so Tawh, criminal. Mom of 3 in Florida for... My brother's name is Scott. $100,000 bail and up to 15 years. Where would you even get $100,000? Where would I get $100,000? Musically, what's his name? No, it's his name. And if you type him into YouTube, you can actually pull up his video of him playing piano. And he's exceedingly good at it. And he's much better a musician than I am. And I'd like to think that I'm competent at this point, kinda. But he's much he's got a lot more training under his belt. I was trained as a visual artist first and foremost. When I went to college, I studied computer animation and painting and sculpture and all that stuff. I was an artsy fartsy kid. And obviously, that didn't make me terribly employable. Well, everything is perspective, but he's really, really good. If you're looking at, he's definitely better at the craft at it than I am. But, again, I produce more, so... And I would rather anyone that I care about do better than me and do wonderfully, because I'm hoping that maybe they'd spread it around. But I don't know anyone who's really doing so fucking well they're willing to tip on the super chats or do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's been things have been really tight. Even the old Sparkster, even Sparky. And you know what? I heard something. I think I gotta let him in. Because now I lock the door because Lindsay shows up. So she can't just let herself in. I've been locking the door. Oh, excuse me. But that means I gotta let him in. Assuming that was him. It is about that time. Excuse me. Got bubbles. So do it. So should I end it now, or should we ask Sparky if he wants to participate? Americans' life's hard all around. It does seem to be that way. So hey, should I stick it? Should we wait for Sparky? I had to unlock it. I had to unlock the door. But yes, the legendary Sparky is here. If you're gonna. If you're gonna do if I'm gonna DP a show, I'm not DPing anyone. Dip show. Clip show. We'll see if he's up to it. If he's up to it. You know, I feel like it's natty daddy time too. Because I'm all out of Coca-Cola. Oh, it's the time. Yes, they're chanting for you. I was gonna close it out before you got home. You were actually in there. How was your day?
This part is getting ready.
Yay! That part is.
Is it still broadcasting?
Oh yeah. Toby in there a little bit, Blue's in there. Haven't seen Benito though yet. And the door is open.
Open by itself. It's possessed. Hello, you scurvy knaves. Little bits. A little bit. So I just came back from my usual 9 hours in hell. It would have been 8, but gotta make a break for lunch. What's he? How you doing? I am tired. I'm exhausted. I'm down on my feet. They got a raise though, only because the state of Connecticut got a raise. And as a result, they boosted up our pay raise in the deli because we are dangerous there. We're dangerous in the deli. We have sharp objects. Ooh. You have to be 18 to even clean the machines.
That keeps you safe.
Yeah.
We don't need miners with blades.
Rotating blades.
Rotating blades for the miners.
Did anyone ever see the movie The Wrestler? Yeah, I forget the Thunderlips was his persona. It's obviously like a take on Hulk Hogan and that type of thing. But he works in a deli and as part of his sort of day job. He's supposed to be a wrestler, and he just wants to go home early, so he just like takes his thumb and just stabs there. Oh, I'm bleeding. Because you're a wrestler, you take all that pain. Hard. Get off of the tingly feeling.
Wrestlers are a strange breed all of themselves.
Yep, they certainly are. You know, I had a friend who had the lowdown. Like there was an wrestling in-house newspaper of sorts. Just told you everything that was really happening. Oh, I gotta tell you this. This is the greatest wrestling story ever. Well, maybe not the greatest, but it's certainly one of the top. Does anyone remember Kim Patera? Now, a lot of people say that what's his name was the first Olympic guy, but no, Kim Patera was. But Kim Patera was for weightlifting, but he was the first Olympic guy to go into professional wrestling. Yeah, this is back in the late 70s, early 80s, where cocaine was rampant and stuff like that. Yeah, the reason why Sergeant Slaughter and the Sheik, Iron Sheik, kept combating against each other because they're really good friends outside the ring. They were just like, hey, pass me along a bump. In fact, that's the reason why the Sheik disappeared for a while. He was doing time for cocaine trafficking.
Wow.
All the dirty secrets of wrestling. Shh. But this is a great story. So, Ken Patera gets into a fight, a real physical fight with another wrestler in a hotel room in Florida. And they call the police. And the last person to show up was a policewoman. And the policewoman comes in, and Ken Patera has got two police officers pinned against the wall with a sofa. He's got a sofa pinned to colors, and he's trying to brush away the other two cops with his remaining arm. And this poor little policewoman, with all her strength, took her baton and whacked him on the head. He looked at her for a short bit and then just headbutted her, knocked her unconscious. You know, but again, this is the reason why, you know, wrestlers disappear and stuff like that, because sometimes they're doing time. It's also interesting to find out that who's the chick who keeps mentioning or earlier at least. Yeah. Who's the chick you kept mentioning or earlier at least? Chick. Oh, the police cop?
Or Brittany.
Or Brittany.
We were talking about Brittany earlier, but I don't think that's what they mean.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you find out things like the heels, bad guys, are usually the nicer guys off stage, and the faces, the good guys, are usually like jerks. Kevin, he was mentioning a Brittany or someone who come to his door and knock.
Oh, Lindsay.
That's a Lindsay. Don't say the L word.
Yeah, tell him the Lindsay story.
So once upon a time, there was this little psycho girl who kept on who keeps on popping up at strangest times. And the last time she was here, you had already locked the door. You know, Kevin never locks the door, but he's been locking the door ever since Lindsay keeps on popping up. I mean, she popped up at 1 a.m. once. Was it 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it was.
1 a.m.
I was sleeping.
1 fucking a.m. And he didn't have the door locked, and she just walked into his room. And granted, she's not that unattractive. Is that enough double negatives in there?
Yeah.
Yes. But The elevators go all the way to the top. There's splinters in the windmills of your mind.
The splinters in the windmills of her mind.
Yeah. So, anyways, he got some tail. No, quite the opposite. He's doing his best trying to avoid this woman that keeps throwing herself at him. And it's just like,
It's funny. Like in my youth, I would have been all, yeah, let's go. Now I'm like, I know the drama that comes with it.
Too much drama. It's too much drama, but they're just trying to get to his pants. I mean, really, I've seen her like wrap herself around him in his own bed. She almost got us banned here because she went flashed on a live feed.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I remember that. Because she doesn't understand like things like boundaries or logic or censorship or any other type of thing. She just like an extreme, bizarre force of nature.
Sounds like W.C. Fields there.
Oh yes, it's definitely W.C. Fields. Yes. I'm very fond of children.
When they're properly cooked. So he's been.
But I like children, especially the female ones, 18, 19 years old. Yeah. And my favorite song by W.C. Fields. I'd rather have 2 girls at 21 each than 1 girl at 42.
When did W.C. Fields die?
Had to be 1940. 1940s, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. I want to say 46, 47. His last film, I think, was in 44.
So I could be W.C. Fields reincarnated.
It could be. Well, I just remember that every breath we take, every 17th breath we take,
Yeah.
contains 1 molecule of when Julius Caesar took his last breath.
Wow. Wow, that's deep, man. And I'm not even stoned. That's really cool.
Yep.
No, wait, that's not cool. Why am I not stoned, man?
Lack of cannabis?
Yeah, that's the exact answer.
You've run out of Coca-Cola, I heard.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just switched off because
It's beer o'clock.
it's beer o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. And Toby was crying for Natty Daddy. She wants he wants Uncle Kevin to.
You flash, yes. Sounds like a locale. He's got it's beer 30. Yep. That Norwegian blue. Norwegian blue. Beautiful plumage.
Beautiful plumage.
Oh, interesting little thing. If you have the Roget's thesaurus unabridged, look up death.
Right.
And you will find that rant that he does, run down the curtain, join the choir invisible, run down the curtain, all that.
Yeah.
It is word for word out of Roget's thesaurus. In a certain section of the unabridged version under death. And at first I'm thinking like, oh man, I'm so disappointed, but then I'm realizing who else but, John Cleese would actually use Roget's thesaurus for a sense of humor.
Still fond of Jean Cleese.
Yes. Did a bit of a tour. He was in the Boston area recently.
Boston. What's in
Yes,
Boston?
I know he was doing a Q&A over, I think it was either Life of Brian or the Holy Grail.
Which was your favorite, Life of Brian or Holy Grail?
Oh, Holy Grail, because Holy Grail was the original one, and to me, it's still one of the funniest films I've ever seen in my life. Because it was young enough to come out and see it in a movie theater with a bunch of friends, which is the best way to see a Monty Python film.
I'd agree with that.
Life of Brian had its comedic moments, but it was, how do we say it, too much satire that wasn't as outrageous.
Ryan Reynolds.
Good for the Life of Brian myself, but I'm younger. Yeah, you know what? Again, it's almost apples and oranges. I did find out something, the factoid about Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Um, King Arthur is the only one to have real chainmail.
Real chainmail?
Yes. Yes, he's the only one to have real chainmail. Everyone else had to illustrate on there. So Graham Chapman was the only Monty Python one that's actually blessed with real chainmail. The dirty English kid dig it.
It's funny how those jokes work second time around when you realize that's the way they pronounce knights for, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, something I found out recently that all the silent letters we tend to annoy actually were pronounced back in Old England. So it really was Kindigits. Oh, you were in Catholic school when you first loved Life of Brian? Well, that explains a lot. The parodies went deeper for you.
Yes. Hit deep.
You followed the shoe.
Was it Meaning of Life was another one, right?
Yes.
That was the throwing up in the bucket.
Yes. That was, that was the point by John Cleese, because he said, after all our things, we end up doing another sketch show. Every sperm is sacred, every sperm is good. Every sperm is needed in your neighborhood.
I like that movie.
Yes. I could watch any of the Monty Pythons over and over again. Even the bad ones. Yes, there were some bad Monty Pythons.
What was the bad Monty Pythons?
Well, I think
I can't think of anything off Monty Python that I despised.
No, not that I despised, but it's like when people look at Saturday Night Live, oh, it's not as good as it used to be, things like that, and it's just like, well, it's a different time, and like you with Life of Brian, there, Dead Norwegian Blue. When you first experience something that has more meaning to you, so like the cast that I grew up with, with Bill Murray and Chevy Chase and Gilda Radner and all those, those will always have fond memories. Although I appreciated the new cast, but I really think that it's going to be an interesting 4 years because Saturday Night Live was horrid. Went on saying like, oh, by the way, we were just joking about that to Donald Trump. Not that you're trying to put us on a hit list or anything. Secrets of Wrestlers. Did you just put that in?
I did.
All right. Try to think of other wrestling secrets.
You got any other wrestling secrets?
That was my favorite story.
Andre the Giant was a poofda.
No, Andre the Giant was definitely hetero and definitely a big drunk. Big drunk. He used to shot. He was a big guy. He used to down 500 beers in one sitting. Expensive life. But you pass out into the hotel lobby, and what you do? You get a 500-pound giant there, and you just put a drape on him and say like, "This is Art Deco." But yeah, if you ever watch the movie My Giant, it's very loosely based on Andre the Giant's life. Because Blake Crystal spent some time with Andre the Giant during the making of Princess Bride.
They make 40 racks?
Yes, they make 40 racks.
I have 30 racks, but I've never seen a 40 rack.
Oh, yeah. You develop your muscles that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
40 rack. I didn't know they came in 40. It's kind of like, oh, what's that? It's a pint. I didn't know they come in pints.
Yeah. Like, see recently, whatever American thinks when he goes to Ireland. Saturday Night Live sketch. And they pop up on my TikTok every once in a while, Saturday Night Live sketch.
You still doing TikTok?
I haven't. I do because I keep getting like 500 hits on my TikTok.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about monetizing it and all that type of stuff. Especially since it now looks like TikTok is going to be banned on the 19th, the day before the inauguration.
Ooh.
So we'll see what happens because one of the big high rollers is a couple of them have been buying TikTok. Yes, Sparky Draconis on TikTok or Vampire Sparky. I got 2 accounts. I didn't realize it, but I got a new phone and ended up in there, and so I've got 2 TikTok accounts. But the Sparky Draconis one is just like 500 hits for doing absolutely nothing. Got one that actually made 2,000 hits. I got a little message from TikTok itself in my congratulations on 2,000 hits. And it was something dumb like what was the movie of your year? And all of a sudden I got 2,000 hits on that. Well, the movie of my year, Psycho. Yes, apparently the movie of the year you were born is supposed to have some influence on your life. I would have to say that Psycho would definitely would be. Because I keep marrying them. Ah!
American Psycho. Is that yours? How would you find that out? What was the number 1 movie of the year?
Yeah, well, it's...
Alexa, what was the number 1 movie of 1970?
The Godfather is the best movie based on its ratings and popularity. The movie has an IMDb rating of 9.2 out of 10 with around 2,075,000 votes.
Well,
See, The Godfather. I didn't know The Godfather was 1970. I thought it was 71. Oh, that's probably when it got the Oscar.
here at my wedding, my daughter's wedding. Yeah, the thing Sparky blew up for what?
The original Psycho, the one with Norman Bates. I'm just going to sit here very quietly and think, okay, she's not even going to hurt a fly. And that great shower scene, which up until Terrifier 3, I don't think was ever been surpassed.
Really? They surpassed it in Terrifier 3, did they?
Well, Terrifier 3, well, where the knife didn't hit the body. Oh my God, Terrifier 3. Yeah, I think that this is the first time I looked at a shower scene and said, like, yep, it's not a parody. They definitely went all out. Yes, can you imagine being naked in it's a couple making love in a shower, and he comes in with the chainsaw. Yay!
Hooray! But did anyone give birth to a boob?
No, but I can't believe that got 4 Golden Globe nominations. Demi Moore and the young actress that played her she got Best Supporting.
Best supporting ass? She certainly did. She certainly did.
Yeah. Best Picture.
All right. Here, let's...
Best Picture in a comedy. For 40 racks exists.
Does it? Did you check it up?
Oh yeah.
If it's a real thing, I think I want to see if I can get me one. I'll start getting 40 racks from now on. It's always cheaper in bulk.
Well, I remember like it's usually the cheaper brands. They apparently are uncommon. The 40 racks, they used to be more popular like, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago.
When drinking and driving wasn't quite so frowned upon.
Yeah. Like I remember Meisterbrow used to come in 40 racks.
Meisterbrow!
Yeah, a beer that no longer exists.
It's a shame. What a good name. Meisterbrow!
Actually, its incarnation, there used to be a Meisterbrow Light. It was bought up by Miller. And so Miller Light is actually Meisterbrow.
Miller High Life.
Yep. Miller High Life. Yep. Yeah, you're not going to find any Guinness or Heineken.
40 rack of Guinness. Well, they don't make a 40 rack of Guinness. Oh, you make one. Empty out all that Meisterbrow and fill it with Guinness. That.
Yeah, Miller High Life. God. The things I used to do to my body.
Things I'm still doing to my body.
Yep.
And yet, I was practicing my Christmas songs. And then, after I was practicing, I figured, well, I'll just turn it on for a second.
But they popped up.
And everyone popped up, and then they want to see you.
Well, now they've seen me.
Now they've seen you.
I'm trying to think of the wrestling stories. Yeah. Yeah, I had a friend who had one of the off brands. I mean, I don't know how many there are right now, but they're probably like 200 little minor wrestling federations. You know, they once will get a big big celebrity, you know, to base everything else around. Remember backyard wrestling? That was popular for a day.
For a day. It must have been one day because I remember doing backyard wrestling. I don't remember seeing backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
And that was the thing because you would watch the WWF, not the WWF, the WWF back in the day, and then you see it on TV, and you go back with your brothers and your cousins, and you would do Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then beat the crap out of each other, not realizing there will be long-term consequences if you attempt these too many times and in such a specific order. Luckily, we all escaped unscathed, but some have not.
No. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Oh, the rumor is about him. If Hulk Hogan was not around, Superfly Snuka might have been the big wrestling star of the day. But Hulk Hogan did and sort of overshadowed it. That's a few concussions between friends.
Well, when you're that, you can survive them when you're young. You know, when you're a child, it's more likely that you can survive a pile driver. You know what I mean? But you're not trained. And, you know, and I would never try any of that bullshit now. Are you kidding? I'd snap in half hell, I snap in half getting out of bed. Crack. Oh, fuck. I just lost a knee. Crack. Oh, there's the toe. Everything gets so brittle when you age. But, you know, when you're young, you made it rubber until you're at least 18.
Yeah. What other wrestling trivia type of... well, they just had they had made the TV series of Glow, The Gorgeous Lady of Wrestling.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a thing for a little bit.
Yep. It was Glow on one channel, and then it was POW on another channel, but the same wrestlers just changed their names.
You know, it would have been bigger had they allowed them to fight topless.
You could do that on
He should have, though. He should have.
Well, that goes into the whole Jello wrestling, and that's a whole other thing.
I've never actually seen Jello wrestling.
I have.
I've seen
mud wrestling.
I've seen people attempt mud wrestling. Oh my God, mud wrestling gone wrong. Because, you know, who's purifying that mud before you get in it? There's chunks of stone. There's, you know what I mean?
No, it's actually was the mud wrestling I saw was actually instant pudding.
Oh.
Yeah.
JELO. Oh.
Yeah. Bill Cosby there was pudding pops.
You put
Gonna
some
watch
pudding
some
in
Jello
the
wrestling.
people.
Got some Jello wrestling going on. No.
Jello at a bar in the late
Late
aughts. Yeah, sounds about right. Never get away with that now, though. Although, watch, it probably does exist somewhere, because I was surprised they still do the wet chemise contest, to be quite frank.
Yeah, it's a sticky mess, but it's fun to watch. That's the whole thing about it.
They used to do pillow fights at the strip club up the road.
Oh, really?
And they had them with actual feathers in the thing.
Of course.
And so they beat each other with them, and the feathers would explode everywhere. It was quite visually, it was quite awesome.
Yeah.
Because it was just like everything just blew up. It was like a different world for a little bit.
It's snowing.
Yeah, but it was, you know, women beating the snot out of each other.
That bar was closed. That's why the mechanical bull.
Oh, I always like. I did a mechanical bull once, in my teens and I was really good at it.
Yeah.
Because, well, wire.
Right.
I wouldn't go near a mechanical bull. I wouldn't go near a real bull now. I won't go near a Red Bull. Too much energy for me. Mechanical bull. Are you done? You look like you're done. You want to help me close it out?
Yeah, I'll go close out too.
I mean, we've been going for a while.
You got about an hour and 41 minutes.
But still, it was good. Unwritten rule. Guy got on, and they throw him in 2 seconds. Girl got on, and they gently shake her for like 10 minutes. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Isn't that the way?
Yeah, we got three watching us right now. Oh, a little bit is still there.
Hey,
the leaves are blue.
all good things.
All right, thank you guys. Happy Friday the 13th, Trichophobia.
Oh, that's right. It's Friday the 13th. Don't like going live much no more. No. We'll be doing more of it, especially after the holidays are over. In fact, I'll probably stream a little bit on Christmas Eve anyway.
All right.
Because I'll be on the tree and all that. Everyone will be in the house, and so I'll probably do a pass through.
There you go.
And we'll see what's going on. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
All right.
Here we go. And I believe we have reached the end. What's up with Eric? Hey, what's up with who's Eric?
Eric?
Who's Eric? Now I'm curious. Who's Eric?
He just retracted his message.
Redacted it. Or did he retract it? No, he retracted it. You were right. I was wrong. Eric Bender?
No, no.
I member. Member? Eric Bender?
I don't remember.
We've had a Matt. We've had a lot of people in here, but no Eric that I can require. I remember. Oh, and he used to be in here with us. Oh yeah, he used to be in here, and Benito used to be. You know what? We'll have to. We're gonna. I'll tell you what. Next time, guys. But I'll give you guys some heads up. I'll put some heads up in the community tab of when if I know I'm gonna. Well, no, I'll give you guys a heads up when I stream. But either way, the time has come. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. It's been fun. I went a lot longer than I expected to, and it was good.
This time together.
What?
Just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
Who's that? What show's that from?
Carol Burnett.
Oh, Carol Burnett. Peace.
Tuck the ear.